Can you imagine a world without iPhones, iPads, or MacBooks? Wait, let's back up a little. Just how did a company that started in a garage revolutionize multiple industries and how we communicate, work, and live? This is the express story of Apple Inc. In this video, we go back to the 1970s when Apple Inc. was just a baby and trace its journey to date. We will talk about Apple's pioneering products like the Apple I and Apple II, the great minds involved, such as Steve Jobs, and why Jobs was actually once overthrown from Apple Inc. Be sure to watch to the end because we'll bring it full circle with his dramatic return, the introduction of game-changing gadgets like the iPhone and iPad, and other pivotal moments and controversies that led to Apple's trillion-dollar valuation. Let's get started. 1976 to 1985, from blue boxes to Apple's incorporation. So, the Apple Inc. story starts in 1977 when two Steves, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, embarked on a journey that would shape the course of technological history. At this time, they dive headfirst into the business scene by crafting these crazy contraptions called blue boxes, which are pretty much like magic tickets for making free long-distance calls. However, the big moment arrived when they unveiled the Apple I, a do-it-yourself computer kit that allowed users to assemble their own monitors and keyboards. Think of it like the IKEA of computers, except way cooler. The Apple I takes off, and the stage is set for the mega game-changer, the legendary Apple II. Now, the Apple II isn't just a computer. It's a full-blown revolution that sets the scene for Apple's meteoric rise. In fact, by 1978, this beauty has the spotlight shining bright on Apple, with profits rolling in like there's no tomorrow. People are going crazy over it, creating their own programs left and right. Fast forward to 1980, and Apple is like, we're going public. A move that proves to be a game changer and a turning point that shapes the company's future. Now, at this point, Jobs' visionary ideas and Wozniak's technical brilliance have already solidified the company's dynamic. However, concerns about power balance are looming too, resulting in the recruitment of John Sculley, a move that set the stage for a dramatic shift. By 1985, these internal struggles have reached a boiling point, leading to Steve Jobs' ousting and John Sculley's ascension to the top. 1985 to 1996, the gap years and the return to Apple. So, after Steve Jobs waved goodbye to Apple in '85, things got a little rocky for the company. But guess what? Jobs wasn't exactly taking a siesta on a beach somewhere. Nope, far from it. Over these 11 years, he was cooking up some major moves that were about to send ripples through his own life and the tech world. First off, he swooped in and grabbed a struggling company called Pixar from George Lucas in '86. Now, Pixar stumbled a little bit at first, but then it hit the goldmine with digital animation. They succeeded in conducting the first initial public offering thanks to computer-generated media. But wait, there's more. In the same time frame, Jobs gave birth to another venture, Next. With this new company, he was all about creating these super high-end computers that were like the Ferraris of the tech world. Sure, they were a bit pricey, but the operating system they came with was exceptional as they pushed the boundaries of what graphical user interfaces could do. Oh, and guess what? The World Wide Web, as we know it today, was launched on a Next computer. Now, out of these two gigs, Next would be the game changer, and here's why. See, Apple was hunting for a fresh operating system to replace its aging one, and guess who came to the rescue? You got it, Next. In '96, Apple pulled off a plot twist Hollywood would envy. They bought Next and gave Jobs a one-way ticket back to the company he co-founded. 1996 to 2010. Steve Jobs' resurgence and Apple's reinvention. So, Steve Jobs, the prodigal genius, makes a return to Apple headquarters in '96. But you know what? The company he's walking into is like a ship caught in a storm. The tech world is evolving faster than a race car, and Apple's mojo feels flat. At this time, Windows-powered PCs are giving it a run for its money, and things are looking a little shaky. But guess what? Steve Jobs doesn't do shaky. Nope, he's a warrior of innovation and ready to tackle this challenge head-on. He grabs the reins and starts making moves that are so bold they practically redefine the term. First up, he pulls off a Jedi-level move by getting a $150 million investment from none other than Bill Gates himself. That's like having your arch-nemesis give you a boost, and Jobs uses that cash infusion to catapult Apple's products into the spotlight. He's like, out with the old, in with the awesome. And speaking of awesome, let's talk about the iMac. Because with a dash of Jobs' magic, Apple turns heads with this sleek, all-in-one computer. Essentially, it's like something from a sci-fi movie, and people go wild for it. But hold on to your hats, because we're just getting started. In 2001, Apple drops a bombshell, the iPod. And suddenly, music isn't just music, it's an experience. Is that all? Absolutely not. In 2007, they unveiled the iPhone, and boom! The smartphone world is forever changed. The App Store follows suit, becoming the stomping ground for a new generation of apps and creators. Oh, and don't forget iTunes, which basically flips the music industry on its head. Let's just say that throughout his tenure, Jobs' brilliant ideas made Apple rise and rise. And by the time he stepped back from the CEO throne on August 24, 2011, 6 weeks before his death, Apple was not just a company, but a powerhouse. 2010 to present, Apple's continued innovation and legacy. By the dawn of the post-2010 era, Apple was already sitting pretty at the peak of its power, all thanks to the talent of Steve Jobs. It was a leader in innovation and was on a mission to make technology as seamless as breathing. And boy, did they deliver. In 2010, they unleashed the iPad onto the world, totally changing the tablet game and showing everyone else how it's done. Throughout this period, Apple's obsession with user experience is unwavering, and they're not just riding the smartphone wave, they're creating it. The iPhone lineup keeps getting better and better, and if you thought iTunes and the App Store were impressive before, they're like a digital playground now, filled with endless possibilities. But hey, every empire needs a new leader, and in 2011, Tim Cook stepped up to the plate. The show goes on, and it's not just about phones and tablets anymore. Under his leadership, Apple introduces the Apple Watch in April 2015 and the AirPods on September 7, 2016. And guess what? Apple's not just about gadgets. They're about improving the world. They're all about sustainability and privacy, proving that they're not just tech giants, but ethical ones too. But still, Apple's like, we're not done yet. They dive into augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and roll out services like Apple Music and Apple TV+. They even create their own M1 chip because why not control every single aspect of their game-changing devices? Now, let's drop some mind-blowing numbers on you. On August 2, 2018, Apple took a giant leap for corporate by becoming the first publicly traded company to hit the jaw-dropping milestone of a $1 trillion market cap. But there's more. Fast forward to August 2020, and they do it again. This time, they shattered expectations by becoming the first US company to break the $2 trillion market cap barrier. As we inch closer to today, Apple's impact on the tech world is undeniable. Steve Jobs' spirit is alive and kicking in everything they do, from sleek designs to groundbreaking innovations. And speaking of innovations, on June 5, 2023, Apple unveiled the Apple Vision Pro, an extraordinary computer that blends digital and physical worlds seamlessly. This device goes beyond regular screens, offering a 3D interface you can control with your eyes, hands, and voice. It's like having a whole new way to interact with digital stuff, making it feel like it's right there with you. Now, does the story of Apple inspire you to believe in the potential of innovation and determination? And what do you think about Apple's future? Leave a comment below. While at it, like, share, and subscribe. Remember to watch out for our next video. But in the meantime, check out our other Express stories on brands like Coca-Cola, Louis Vuitton, Barbie, and more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.